Let me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody's doing okay. There might be a little bit of background noise because the wind is really howling. It's Sunday evening. I've got my candles lit, and I'm feeling very cozy. Incense is burning, candles are lit, tree lights are on. I don't know if you can hear that wind whistling. And I've got a nice big mug of tea. And I thought I'll pop on. I've already done a video today. I did one this afternoon. Well, no, this morning, I think. But it went up this afternoon. But I thought this might be a relatively short video because it's a little deck that I want to show you today. It's not a tarot deck. It's not really an oracle deck. It's its own thing. It's called Memento Mori. 36 cards to embrace life. And I love that, embrace life, because Memento Mori is Latin for remember you will die. And everything dies, you know. Everything has, you know, a certain length of time, and then we die. And this is designed as an awareness tool, really, of our own mortality, and to use it as life-affirming practice rather than being morbid. Because a lot of us, myself included in the past, never wants to really think about death. But the older you get, the more you do think about death. When you're young, you feel you're going to live forever, don't you? But these cards are designed, like I say, to get us to think about living in the moment and enjoying life and embracing life, because we will die and the time here that we have is precious. So it's published by Red Wheel, and it says, cherish every moment, 36 life-affirming messages to seize the day and live each moment to its fullest, to love those around us more deeply, enjoy our work and daily activities more fully, see beauty in all things, and embrace fearlessness as we encounter the unknown. What do you need to focus on to be here now? And I've done many practices, spiritual practice in my life. I was a Buddhist for a number of years, and you're encouraged to think about death almost on a daily basis. I'm not saying that's what we should do, but the concept of that is just to have that in the back of your mind to force you to live in the present moment and embrace whatever situation we find ourselves in, and to live life fully. And there's a lot to be said for that. So when I had a look at this little deck, it's done like a matchbox. When Cheryl sent it and we took a look at it for Spotlight, I was really impressed by it. I loved the images and I loved the messages on the cards as well. And I was just tidying my desk about an hour ago, and I came across it and thought I still need to do a walkthrough of this. And yes, I've still got quite a lot of decks to do, but I just want to spend some time looking at this evening, and I thought I'd bring you along. So let's bring the camera down and we'll take a closer look at Memento Mori. Okay, so when I said it's not a tarot or an oracle, I guess it comes under the category of affirmation deck, because, you know, it is meant to be, as I said, life affirming, so it would come under affirmation. I love the box. It's got a padded bottom, as you can see here. It's like a cushioned to keep the cards in. We have this little skeleton hand holding a candle, same as on the back. It's very, very sturdy. We've got this spot glossing on top of matte, and as I said, it's published this year by Red Wheel Wiser. It's 36 cards. They're quite small compared to a tarot size. He says reaching for his little template card. As you can see, they're quite small. but nice size to have in your hand or pop in your bag or have on your desk, like that. So it's 3.5 by 2.5 inches. Yeah. So, and I think it came out in November, end of October, beginning of November. So it's been out a good 6 weeks, I would say. So the purpose and concept then. So it's built around the ancient concept of Memento Mori, remember you will die. And as I said, it's to be used for an awareness of our mortality, but as a life-affirming practice. Each card in this deck offers a thought, a message, or an affirmation to encourage mindfulness, gratitude, and presence. And I just think it will be great to support reflection practices and also think about the impermanence of all things, which should inspire us to be more courageous, more focused on living authentically, and more of an intentional living. I think it would be ideal for daily pulls, journaling prompts maybe, or just those quiet moments of reflection. There is a little card in here which talks about Memento Mori, Latin for remember you will die. So it's a nice little card that you can read. It doesn't come with a book, it just comes with this information card. Cardstock is really nice. It is gold gilded. It's a matte gold. As I said, I think I said it's 36 cards. These are the backs, which are reversible, but they don't need to be reversible because, as I say, it's an affirmation deck rather than a tarot or oracle where you might read reversals. But yeah, really, really lovely artwork on it. And the imagery of this deck will feature skeletons throughout, not necessarily whole figures, sometimes just skulls, sometimes just hands, and that's not there to shock. That's just to remind us of our shared humanity and equality. You know, by presenting the figures in this deck as skeletons, just strips away any sort of identity or status and just focuses on the universal truth that underlies, I should say, all of our lives. You know, we don't see genders, we don't see ethnicities, body shapes, age, disabilities. We just see the structure of what makes us human, and I really like that. So some of the art is quite haunting, but it's also life affirming and helps you to, as I say, just really be quite introspective. So let's begin. So you do get this beautiful image, and then you get a little phrase on the cards. The universe goes, oh. Faith transcends. And you can see the artwork is really beautiful. The path is lit. That kind of reminds me of like a hermit type card. And I take everything back to tarot, even in daily life. Here's how lovers look. Love endures. It really does. Count your blessings. Look how beautiful. Trust your familiar. With the black cat there. Make your move. They're playing chess on a checkered board, on a checkered floor. Your body is time. I mean, it really does it achieves what it sets out to get us to think about the impermanence and mortality of all of our lives, and the impermanence of everything in the universe. Even the universe itself is impermanent. And that should motivate us to live life fully. Forgive. It can be so hard, can't it, to forgive? But it's also very freeing. Feed the future. Yeah, because, we live in the present and we appreciate, hopefully, everyday beauty. But what we do in the present moment feeds what comes in the future. Reflect on your true face. So this skeleton here has a fleshed face. Oh, look how beautiful these images are. Legacy lives on. Gorgeous. Cardstock is lovely. It's really nice, thick, matte cardstock. Tea first. Hark at that wind. Listen to me. Hark at that wind. Future past. That's poignant, isn't it? Make music. Necromancy calls. Choice feeds fate. Wow. I guess it's true. Choose to be present on a mobile phone, look. It's so sad how, in one way, without these, I wouldn't have the connection I have with you. I'm actually talking to you now and showing you these cards through this exact device. But also they can be really, distracting from us enjoying the present moment and seeing the beauty around us, because we just seem to be glued to them. I do try to have time away from my devices. I've watched a lovely film this afternoon, and didn't look at my phone. I really enjoyed that downtime. Passion burns bright. It really does kind of encourage love and connection and relationships as anchors, I guess, in a finite life, doesn't it? Rewind and reset. Clock there, time ticking. Let it go. That's beautiful. I'm not going to put music on this video, because I think this background sound of winds with this deck is is the only background noise I want. Hold space. Support. It's beautiful. Although it looks like one's taken a chunk out the skull of the other. Rebirth and renewal. Embrace your shadow. Look how beautiful that is. You contain multitudes. For everything, a season. Wow. And I forgot that card was even in there, and I more or less quoted that at the beginning of this video, didn't I? Or was that a bit I edited out? As you sow, reap. Rise. again, you know, not only is it, as I said, it encourages love and connection, but it also encourages courage and acceptance of the unknown, doesn't it? And reminds us to stop postponing things, particularly things that give us meaning and joy. We have to enter the unknown sometimes. And whilst it might be scary, life's beautiful and enriching. And if we don't experience things, then we're not enriched. You hold the key. Look at the beautiful colours in this. Carry hope, if nothing else. Ponder karma. Return. That's all it is, returning to the source from which we came, and accept. I mean, that is such a powerful, that word with this image is very powerful. So that's the deck. I think it is a very powerful tool, certainly for moments of grounding. I'd imagine it could be helpful for those navigating grief, loss, or even our own sort of existential worry, which we all find ourselves in from time to time, don't we? What I would say to anybody though who's going through grief is, you know, you have to be in that space, whether you believe in the stages of grief, you know, when you've got to the point of acceptance. And I think we can start to work with tools like this, otherwise it can be very raw. I think it would be a great deck to work alongside meditation, breath work, journaling, and yeah, more of a mind, body, spirit practice than a divination deck for certain. So this isn't a deck that gives predictions. Instead, it offers thought-provoking reminders about life. The path is lit, is our message from the deck. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed having a look at this deck. It was sent to me by Cheryl from Oneness Emporium, and it's a beautiful... Sorry, I got interrupted there by a phone call. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. The wind is still howling and it's raining, and yet I can hear a wood pigeon, which is incredible. But anyway, so let me know your thoughts on this lovely little deck. Let me know how you might use it, whether you use it for morning affirmations, end of day reflections, keeping one card out on an altar, if you want to use it for any sort of grief work or mindfulness practices, let me know. But I think it's a brilliant little deck. What I was saying when the call cut me off was that this has been sent by Cheryl at Oneness Emporium. The link to the shop will be in the description below. And as always, if you want to take advantage of the code Hermits10 here to get 10% off at checkout, then feel free to do that. All right, thanks for watching everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.